So, talking about England and talking about players leaving the England setup, what was the point in this international break?
Get a few little feeler players, isn't he? I think we've got a majority of our team there that's already picked itself. And I think this is an opportunity to try a few players that might still go.
I get it, but I don't think we're going to be successful if we're fucking pissing around. So, rumour has it that...
What, you think for these 2 friendly games we should go full strength team?
We should be doing full strength teams now. It's just in the summer. It's not. We're not looking at 2-3 years down the line. You lead up to the.
Treat this as like a pre-season.
Yeah, 100%. It's no different to how a club team would treat pre-season before going into the Premier League.
I know.
Why are we doing it now?
I know what you're saying, and it's crap for England fans that go to the games because I can't be asked to travel to Wembley to go and watch a. It's not even a second team for England.
Dominic Solanke playing up front for England. What the fuck? Why? I don't want to watch that.
I will say, you get your pre-season in the group stages. The quality of the World Cup is not as good as the Euros. You look at the
team. It doesn't matter. He's basically trying to pick a squad.
Yeah, but
6 months before it's going.
Yeah, but then he's got his squad. Once you've got your full strength team, you almost play a pre-season in the group stages.
Well, let's play devil's advocate. Okay,
that's kind of what I'm doing because I do actually agree with what you're saying. I just want to give a little bit of a defence on why you do it because otherwise the likes of Solanke and people like that don't ever get a game for England. He's not going to play a game in the...
He's not. Dominic Calvert-Lewin ain't going.
Well,
but I would rather Calvert-Lewin than Solanke.
Yeah, maybe, but
give them both an opportunity to see who
I'll break it down. I think there's 2 points to this. You know, it's a double-edged sword. I think when you say about a pre-season during a tournament, for me, you're dicing with the devil, and the reason why I say that. But look what happened with Saudi Arabia against Argentina at the last World Cup.
They lost. They lost, but then they went on to win the tournament.
That's true. But the bit that worries me is why call them up? I know we've got the 2 friendlies in Miami. Yeah, for me, that's where.
That's where the squad should be fully. That should be the fully assembled squad.
So why call up Rice, Saka? You know, all these, and it's mostly Arsenal players that have been pulled out. Madueke, okay. Now you could argue.
What is it? Free Arsenal.
Oh, I'll tell you exactly what it is. I'll tell you the host of the names that are coming out now. So the players that have come out is
Ramsdale,
Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, Madueke, John Stones, Adam Wharton. You've got Aaron Ramsdale, Fikayo Tomori, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And the bit that's frustrating me is if they knew that someone in an England group said to me the other day, oh yeah, but they've got injuries and they had to go to England to be assessed by the medical staff. What a load of bollocks. And the reason why I'm going to say it's bollocks is because of this. I'm pretty sure Arsenal have got an industry-leading world-class physiotherapy department, which will enable them to determine whether these players are actually, have a knock or not.
So
I've got a knock, I better go to England and get it.
The FA undermined them.
But get Ollie Watkins in there then.
Yeah.
Give the position to someone who can stake a late claim. If he knows his squad and we know Declan Rice is going. Yeah.
Do you know what? I know what you're saying.
So you're basically saying bring up that the squad that should be going is literally all players on the fringe. No first team players. Harry Kane might as well stay in Germany, bud. You're coming, so you might as well stay in Germany.
I'm saying
have a little holiday.
Right, if you're fit, you come and you start. But if not, I'm
going to throw a big one at you now. Then right, Liverpool or England?
For me, England.
Leeds or England? Because I love my club more than I love England.
I love England first. For
me, I pick club over country.
I'm glad.
England winning the World Cup or West Brom winning the Premier League?
Fuck me, West Brom winning the Premier League.
See,
Leeds
winning the Premier League or England winning the World Cup? Bearing in mind you can't get a higher standard of football than winning the World Cup.
I totally get what you're saying.
It's two different types of ecstasy. It's your country winning.
Blue pill, red pill.
Mate, it is. It's your country winning the World Cup, and we're all in the same boat. It's me and you hugging. It's me and you in the pub, fucking having it up, celebrating. But me winning the league as a Leeds United fan, there's fucking doesn't affect you guys.
Yeah.
So I think coming from that,
I know what you're
side
getting
of
at,
it,
and don't take it as I don't love England because I really fucking do. But club to me, I don't know why I don't have the same engagement with England as I do West Brom.
And do you think that's because we've not won anything?
Possibly.
because like
look at the Brazilians.
Well, you look at for instance,
look at the French.
But going back to these people withdraw, it's a good debate, which we can have. Like we can have that debate. But going back to this thing, I think that this started off with Kenny Dalglish in the late '80s. It continued with Arsene Wenger and Fergie in the '90s and the early noughties, where they're pulling these players out. And you look at Hinsapi,
Yeah, but they need to.
He's pulled him out now,
I know you're pissed.
So Arsenal pulled 9 players.
They
out.
need to get the job done, and
it's smart.
It's Rice has played every minute. He needs a break. He's played every minute. He needs a break.
And why call
Saka's
him
had
up?
injuries throughout the whole of the season. Niggles.
But Luke,
let him have a break.
But Luke, my point is, why call him up?
He's right. Why don't Tuchel just say, don't bother coming? Like,
don't
there's
just
no point.
Okay, you've positioned.
But they might have had
the phone, Thomas.
They might have had the chat.
Jack, you're my main central midfielder. You're my main central midfielder. You know you're going. I know you're going. The gardener knows I'm going. The man who pours the fucking Guinness down the pub in bloody Nairobi knows you're going. Yeah. Everybody knows you're going. But I tell you what, you got a slight knock. So let's fuck off Ollie Watkins. Let's fuck off some. Let's get I don't know, whoever could make it. But let's who's the young lad at fucking Harry Gray, Archie Gray. Yeah, let's fuck off Archie Gray. Yeah, don't worry about you, Archie. Playing really well in a struggling Tottenham team that, in my opinion, deserves a chance to have a go with England, and just let's take a partially fit Declan Rice to take a couple of spots up and then fuck off before we play the second match.
I mean, Saka's playing a brave game. He's playing a brave game because he might lose his England spot anyway.
Nah,
He's not had a great season.
He's the new
considering
Ian
he's been
Poulter.
in the best team.
He plays well for England, yeah. But this season for Arsenal, I've been saying this for 2 years.
Shit.
His numbers
He's
have been poor,
fantastic,
real bad, yeah.
And but for England, he does well. I like Jordan Pickford. Yeah, plays in a bang average fucking Everton team, but for England,
he's a first name on my team.
Speak to any Everton fan; they love Pickford for a reason. He's fucking good for Everton.
He is a good player. I think the team let him down more than anything.
But
Pickford, but rarely lets.
How can we say that? Everton are what? 7th, 8th currently.
Yeah, they're doing well.
But they're not a Champions League.
Pickford could play at a Champions League squad.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, Jordan Pickford raises his game for England.
He's never played.
And I think Harry Maguire is of the same ilk. I also think that Bukayo Saka now, against Switzerland, when he grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck, because when they scored in the 82nd minute in where was that? Borussia Park. I was there at Dusseldorf. We were in Dusseldorf and we go 1-0 down with like 15 minutes ago or 8 minutes to go or whatever. Yeah. He's the man who got the equaliser right at the death off the post and in, and I think he turns up for England. But going back to the original point, I just disagree. I'm really angry because these positions could have went to players that are on the periphery that are just knocking the door. That
could have been pulled out of the under-21.
Never know.
Could you imagine if Tuchel didn't name those players?
And he come out and he goes, okay, then, right, just to the nation, I'm the England manager. I've deliberately left these players at home because these are dead certs for my England squad, and I'm happy to announce them.
And I'm now looking at
people. You can't give a dead cert, though.
But what,
currently.
Even if Declan Rice is formed...
You can't even say Harry Kane's a dead cert at the moment.
So if Harry Kane now gives 4 out of 10 for the end of the season...
I think Harry Kane's the closest thing to probably winning the Ballon d'Or this year.
He's favourite to win it, but what I mean...
And you're saying he might not go to England?
I don't mean it like that. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, true.
Up to the tournament.
But let's put aside all injuries.
He's in my provisional squad.
Exactly.
We could say.
Yeah, that's better.
There you go.
You can't have a dead cert squad.
But that is basically behind the scenes. If I'm him, I'm going.
Would you take an injured Harry Kane in the hope that he might make towards the end?
Well, we did it with Rooney and we did it with Beckham.
I know, but and it's cost us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. But then there's no one on his caliber.
Honest, we're fucked without Kane. Like truly. That is the one position we cannot replace.
Do you know what I would do?
If Kane got injured...
Jude, I'll put Bellingham up there, mate.
Jude?
I'll just put Jude up there, mate. Yeah, and then you bring someone else. You just bring someone else into the middle.
Well, I just think you play
Rashford.
You play Rashford through
the good idea. Like that. Yeah, like that a lot.
You don't get...
His confidence is high.
You just don't... He's irreplaceable, that player.
No, Harry, we're going to really struggle in... This is his last World Cup.
Yeah, I think the Euros. I think he bows out with the Euros.
Do you know what? I really hope he wins Champions League. Yeah, I really hope he wins a Ballon d'Or.
And then that'll be it. I think that
he deserves that.
But at the same time, going back to your point of players that are better for England than they are for club, or vice versa, Foden. He's been given his chance again. For whatever reason, he puts that England shirt on. Is it a case of he can't play with those players? He can play with the City players.
I think
I think he's gone off.
He's a very good system player. Well, he got bad rep in the Euros, right? But he worked his socks off every single game. Distance travelled, but yeah, he wasn't in the box getting the assists and the goals. But I don't feel like he played badly.
So that's how I feel about.
No,
I don't think
that's how I feel about.
I just don't think he plays well enough.
It's exactly like
that's
that.
Exactly
he's
how
bringing
I feel
something
about
to the
Wirtz.
team. But because he's not scoring, getting assists, people are like, he was crap.
Yeah.
So
he was being a dog. Like he was working.
Well, let me
his
take you to
ass.
Dortmund. Let me take you to Dortmund at the Euros. Philly Foden. We had the song the whole tournament. Didn't we? Phil
Still
Foden's
works.
on fire, and he turned up in that semi-final. He nearly scored.
Yeah,
He
he hit the
got one
post, didn't
from,
he, in that game?
Yeah, off the post from about 30
Yeah.
yards, if I remember. One off the line as well.
Yeah.
They stopped it on the line, and I think Philly Foden. I'm going to be honest, mate. I think
calling him Philly
I think he's. I think Mr. Philip Foden. I think is. I think he's gone off the boil. I think they've took the fucking pan off the hob, and he's just simmering. And
I'm really surprised with Pep and Foden because I would have thought he's a bit like he's normally like one of the first people that he'll put in the team. Do you know what I mean?
Churky's doing
play
him.
anyway.
Chirks.
I don't feel like Pep likes Churk. I
He
love
hates him.
I don't feel like
He
hates
hates
him.
All the clips of him, like
Yeah,
there's
it's all like.
Yeah, you could literally like. Chirksy is a player with pure flair. He's the nearest.
Churky's been my favourite player to watch
Churky's the
this
nearest
season.
thing to me of like a regen 90s flair player.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen one for a long
No.
time.
I think he's
To
one.
do,
He's stereotypical.
keep it- that's what I mean,
Keep you up
like-
in a final.
Zola did it in the late 90s, and he
these
got
are-
fucking ripped.
And this is what I'm saying.
yeah.
There's still skills that he's doing in the corner where he's had 3 or 4 opportunities to pass the ball, and
Yeah.
he's just keeping the ball.
Yeah.
He's having fun.
Yeah,
and
he's
this is what
enjoying
I
it.
enjoy about him. I love
I love
watching
it,
him have
man.
fun.
You know he's going to be
love it.
overweight when he retires, though,
No,
right?
but it doesn't matter.
Like Hazard.
Hazard,
it's just an
fucking
observation.
R9, they all had fun. They're all players of
And
the same sort of
the
thing.
fact,
They had a good
that
time.
A manager's
Maverick.
getting angry at it, and the referees are booking players like when you remember Neymar was taking a piss and the refs
Yeah,
like tone it down.
booked him.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Let them be good.
It's
Do you know what I mean?
Football is an sport for
Yeah,
entertainment.
and if they get booted, they get booted. They don't know
But
what they're
we all
doing.
know that Pep is a systems man. He's a robot.
Yeah.
And
He's
he
seen
doesn't
that
fit
pass
into
and that pass and
yeah,
that
yeah.
pass.
He doesn't fit in it.
Yeah,
he doesn't
yeah,
fit in it. He
yeah.
fits into.
He's wonderful to watch, though.
He is a good.
So,
player.
so we're saying, I think it's a massive debate where they're pulling players out of these squads. I mean, yeah, we all know they're in the provisional squad, but my personal opinion is I think it's disrespectful. You know, you're carrying a knock. You know, we've all played football.
Yeah.
You know when you've got a slight little niggle. I'll tell you, I just believe they're taking the place of someone that could stake a late claim to get a position in the squad.
Can I?
But I-
the biggest factor of this, right? I think if it's a Liverpool player, you don't say anything, or Liverpool players, and you're going on to win a title. I feel like you're more hurt because you're pissed off at Arsenal.
If you
and
come
you
up to
don't
me,
like Arteta.
all right, I can't stand Arteta.
Yeah.
I think he's repulsive as a
we all know
a manager, not
as,
as a human,
as people
as a
that
manager.
watch football. We all know he's probably done the right.
We all
thing.
know what's going on, and it's the horrible thing is it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It is the right thing
For
to
Arsenal.
do. For
But
Arsenal,
not for England.
So no, but what Arsenal have done is that he's just pulled all together. He's pulled 9 players back from international.
Is it?
9 players,
Wow.
all of them, apart from Maduaki.
They're all injured, are they? They've all got
apart
niggles,
from
have they?
Maduaki, who clearly looked like he had something
Yeah.
going on.
But he
the
just
rest
come
of
back.
the rest of them, probably not.
It's cheating.
I
Need a
believe that
break.
all of those players will be. It's not cheating.
It is.
How's
It's
it
fucking cheating.
It's not cheating.
You're bringing them players back to the club to recuperate.
All right, so what's
to
wrong
be
with-
even fresher? Because when you go up against
Man
Man
City could do the same thing.
but they haven't. Do you know why? Because they've got a little word called integrity.
But that's the
It's
difference
not within
between cheating.
I don't believe it's within the
Also-
spirit. It's not within the
Spirit
spirit of the
aspect.
game.
I'm going to make a point of this as well because I was chatting to somebody who's an Arsenal fan. I wouldn't look too much into that final they just lost against City because they didn't play their team. Arsenal, the whole season, have stuck to. You could almost predict their starting lineup that every
So
team.
Well, who was
are you
missing?
saying that they've not
Who was
thrown
missing?
it?
No. Who was missing?
But-
no. It wasn't their team in that final.
But who was missing?
I mean,
Raya?
yeah, that was a big part. Was
Timber?
Kepa.
Kappa was wanked.
Yeah.
It's all right, okay, cool. Timber, that's 2. Who else was missing? I don't think there's anybody else. I think tactically Pep got him.
No.
I think what he did is
He
when
let him have the
Arsenal
ball.
let him have the
He let
ball,
him have the
and,
ball.
and even the Manchester City players themselves
When normally
were
they
saying
press, yeah.
they were the City players were saying we looked at Arsenal. I think O'Reilly, who, by
O'Reilly.
the way, has been
Fantastic.
great.
But
credit.
Where is he?
I want to.
Is he
say
not
this.
playing?
Okay, O'Reilly. I love him. Fantastic, young, great player.
Where's he play?
What's his best position? you can't. Hall for me plays left back for
Yeah.
England. I want.
I like
Hall there.
him.
I love
Yeah.
him.
So O'Reilly's gone from left back.
Well, I think that's
and
our
he's
two.
not playing in the middle either.
I
like,
think that's
runs around.
That's our
Yeah.
two. He's
He
like
runs
a,
around.
he's a great player.
He's a better
but
version
what
than
is
Rico
his best
Lewis.
position?
But I think that.
Exactly
but what
what
I'm
he is.
saying is that Riley said in his interview, he goes, "We let him have the ball. It was a tactical plan, and it was like, go on then." And we
Crack on,
saw
yeah.
that Arsenal.
No space in behind.
He says they didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
He said they were clueless, and I think I've told you all season that Man City are going to win this title, and I'm telling you again.
If you're now
that Arsenal are weak. They're mentally weak.
if you're
I'm
a team
telling
now
you,
in
mate.
the Premier League and
I'm
you've
telling
got to
you.
play Arsenal, yeah,
I think
you've watched
Arsenal
that
do.
final and you've gone, ooh.
If City
It's
beat
put- it
Arsenal
has
at the
put the
Etihad,
pressure on Arsenal.
If City beat Arsenal at the Etihad,
Yep.
their ass is full out.
Do you reckon they'll
if
play
it's
the
a
same
draw,
system?
If it's a draw or a win for Arsenal, Arsenal go on to win it.
This isn't the game that they're about to play. Isn't going to be a final. It's going to be
It's a
it's
de
part of
facto
the marathon.
final.
Yeah.
So in that final, City were brave and they've gone, come at us.
Yeah.
And Arsenal have fucking asses fallen out.
They didn't know what to do. Liverpool
When
did
they
it to
now
them
go,
at
when
the
Arsenal
Emirates.
now come to the Etihad, do Arsenal sit in and go to Man City? Well, you come for us. We're ahead of you.
I think that's
Well, yeah,
we're ahead of
City,
you.
yeah,
I
and
think
you
that's
see where I'm
better
but
off
at
doing
the
it.
but
Etihad as
Man
well.
City but aren't going to turn around and go, well, no, you come at us. It would just be a
Yeah.
stalemate.
But City at home, do you know what I mean? I think with
And
the
you've got to
fans
remember the ball. Arsenal are almost a goal ahead of City already. Man City have to beat.
They have to
at
win.
The Etihad.
They have
so
to win.
A draw is good enough for Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal do it. I think they go.
You've
they
also
go
got to
all the way now.
remember that City, okay, they have got Liverpool. That's fair enough in the FA Cup. But they're not in the Champions League anymore either. And that's a lot less pressure. Even though Arsenal
Yeah, well,
got
they
the
get
softest
that
draw
break,
since
don't
Margarine
they?
left out overnight.
Yeah.
You know, they have had a soft fucking draw. But, you know, I just... if you had come up to me and you would have said, look, do you want Arsenal to win the league? But as a byproduct of that, Tottenham go down, I'd go... Go on then. I'll take it.
Nah, you take it. You'd allow Arsenal to watch Tottenham.
Yeah, I would.
suffer.
I would. It'll be what's the word I'm looking for? It'll be the silver lining. Yeah,
Oh.
it'll be like, you know, you can't have bread without your butter.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think it's
You need the cheese on your beans.
yeah, I think so. I think Arsenal winning the league and Tottenham to go down.
That's almost,
yes, please.
That's almost like you having a threesome with Dev and Simon just to get a picture of Dev getting bummed by Simon.
So you've got the evidence. You'll take one for the team.
yeah.
You're going to take one for the team.
The question is what position to go? Because I don't know where to start. You know, I'll be in the position of cameraman. I was seen but not heard.
One eye open.
Yeah, one of these. No, that's a cracker. But you know, talking all things slippery and slimy.
That's not got. That's only going to mean something to the people that know
The OGs of the group chat. That is an OG group chat reference.
Oh,
But anyway, let's talk other international teams at the moment. So I
We got
did
some-
have the joys of sitting down and watching France play Brazil.
mate, how stacked to France?
And
How stacked to France?
I
France
watched the wrong
is-
game. I watched Ireland's qualifier instead,
Oh,
which I did. I did take great enjoyment out of watching them go out on beds.
I
feel like
I
should
sat
watch
down
that
and
game.
I watched it. I was working and it was on there. I was like, I sat there, watched the starting lineup come up. I went, fucking, that's a nice starting lineup
Yeah.
for France. The bench has come up. I've gone, what the fuck
Yeah.
is going on
have you
here?
seen who's not been called?
I,
Yeah,
I
mate.
swear it's been like that for the last decade.
So I
I'd
think
say
since
2018,
they have been
20,
just
yeah.
breeding,
Yeah.
mate. Like,
Like
that depth
world
is,
beaters,
yeah,
yeah.
and that every one of those players in every one of those positions. Whereas I think you look at other international teams, England even being one of them, we do not have the best goalie in the world. We do not
No.
have the best centre back in the world. We do not have the best right back in the world. So and so and so. We probably have the best striker in the world. Maybe that's it. And we might have the best in Jude. Could be the best number 10 at the moment.
Yeah.
But they have probably the best winger, probably the best striker, probably one of the best
Who is
midfielders.
France's number one at the moment? Is it still
Magnon?
Still, I think it's
Magnon.
still him,
He's
yeah.
good, but you know,
He's
let's have it right. Let's get when you go through it and you go to pick a position, central defensive midfield for France.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
Chouamani, Camavinga. Okay,
Yeah.
did he get in England's team?
Yeah.
yep.
One of the positions, I think Rice gets the other. I think let's
Chou-
have a look at
yeah,
let's
that's
pick
big.
a winger for France. I don't know, Dembele. Okay, let's pick a couple of strikers for France. Hugo Ekitike and
But we have-
Kylian
we have-
Mbappe.
Mbappe. Yeah,
you know,
well done.
You say that
Exactly
we
what I was
have
getting at.
we have
I think
seen
their defense
this.
is weak though.
You've seen this it can hurt you sometimes.
It can.
Having too many good players.
egos.
But the frightening thing is they do play together.
I watched-
That's the frightening thing. But the favourites never usually win. My prediction for the World Cup, when we get into the World Cup shows and the watch-alongs, I've said all along, as I said, Mexico and Portugal, and everyone laughed at me. But I'm telling you, mate, I'm telling you now.
I'm not taking either of them.
You can say that. Mexico are playing on home soil for a start, okay? And don't
they'll
take
have
that.
that?
Home advantage means a lot when you're a half-decent team.
Yeah.
And they are. Mexico turn up. They always get to round of 16.
No, they've just had their number one goalkeeper's done. He's had a big injury as well.
Okoa.
Yeah, but who's back, baby.
Yes,
Okoa,
that's who's back.
Okoa. He designed the
sixth World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
Mad,
that
man.
but also
Unreal.
Portugal on the down low have they don't have a France stacked star-studded squad, but they're a hybrid of between England and between France. And where I say with England,
And
they've got
Saudi,
good,
mine. They've got a few that have gone to Saudi as well, Portugal.
but we have to remember they've got a couple of not world class, but they've got loads of players in the two brackets below.
Yeah.
And their whole team makeup is made of that. Look at the left back, Nuno Mendes. I think he's probably one of the best left backs in the world.
He's the best left back in the world.
Experienced goalkeepers, fair enough. They've got Rui Patricio and Jose Sa to call it. They're experienced goalkeepers.
Yeah.
You've got Cristiano Ronaldo doing Ronaldo things. Yes, he's 110 years old, but he's still Ronaldo.
How many minutes do you reckon Ronaldo's going to get? Is he going to be
I
the
think
starter?
openers.
Rafael
openers plays
Leao,
all of
Bernardo
them.
Silva, they've
they
got
got some
players. Rafael Guerrero, they're experienced, and I don't know, I've just got this feeling, man, about them.
I can't see it.
Who's your just off the cuff?
I'm really excited to watch Brazil.
Yeah.
Well, they just got done by France, mate.
I know, but it's not World Cup. Brazil,
I think they're weak.
different sort of.
I think
Also,
they're-
South America.
It's
in
like
America,
Liverpool
South
in the
America.
Champions League. Doesn't make any
Those
difference.
Brazilian fans flocking over
Yeah.
to Mexico.
I don't. I
mate.
think
They're
the
gonna
World
be-
Cup. I
but-
think it goes to. I think with the exception of Mexico, I think Argentina are not as strong as they were, and Messi's unsure whether he's going to play. They said the other day he's fucking playing.
He'll play. Yeah.
He's been playing in the friendlies,
I genuinely believe that the gap now between South America and Europe is widening. Brazil, 2006, R9. Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Roberto Carlos, Cafu, Dida,
Adriano.
Kaká, Adriano. Do you want me to go on? Now look at this new Brazil. Okay, with all due respect to Brazil.
I'm not saying Brazil are going to win it. I'm just really excited to watch that Brazil,
yellow
especially with
Brazil.
Ancelotti as a manager.
It's that World Cup like.
I think the underdogs. I think Spain.
Spain are not an underdog.
They're not an
Look,
underdog.
we witnessed them in the Euros.
I think that was more
unbelievable.
Of our
They dominated the whole tournament, mate. They knocked out Germany,
France,
and then they battered. Yeah,
Didn't they just win the
deserved it.
silly friendly cup as well?
And
the Confederations Cup. Is that still
No,
going?
Spain are my favourites to win the tournament.
You going Spain?
I'm going Spain.
Who are you going to win the tournament, Lee?
To win the tournament, France.
Yeah.
And my surprise package, Uruguay.
You reckon?
Oh no,
They're going to be dogs, mate.
They were crap against us.
They were dogs, mate.
They've
They made it tough for us.
They've lost 3 of the last 4
It made it tough
games.
for us.
Yeah.
I think for me, Mexico, Portugal, and I think when we talk about the Euros and that, there's only one nation I believe are going to win the Euros, and my heart's on it, and we're at home, and I can't see. I just can't.
Can't see
Harry
anyone
Kane's
else
last tournament. I just can't see anything else.
Yeah.
But having said that, look. So how long have we got left on this episode for a start? So we've got 5 minutes left of this episode. Let's have a quick roundup about the teams that are potentially going to qualify for the World Cup and who's left to actually make it to.
Let's start with Welsh going out, man. They put up
I
a
didn't.
fight,
I didn't expect
real good.
Northern Ireland.
That's half my squad.
Northern Ireland, Wales, and Ireland have all gone out. I was surprised.
I was expecting the Welsh to go through.
Normally, one of them gets in there, but
Yeah,
Dan
we have
James
had a
made a
minnow
return.
that's gone through. Scotland. I mean, let's be honest, their plane's already booked home, so it's fine. I'm that comfortable with it.
I
They're shit.
don't even know. What
Talking of Scotland, have you heard what Diego Maradona's son has tarnished McTominay with?
No.
So he said that my dad is God. Yeah. My dad is God.
He is in Naples.
Yeah. McTominay is Jesus.
Oh.
No way.
Yes. So
That's
he's
cool,
he's saying that the input that Scott's had since going to Napoli and what he's doing for his country at Scotland is the equivalent of Maradona.
That's great, but
Which
Scott
is
McTominay isn't
wild.
going to take on 11 world-class elite players from another team when you've got Lyndon Dykes above
He's
him.
also not going to go out on the
Lyndon
streets.
Dykes Scottish? He is, isn't he?
Yeah. He's also not going to go out on the streets of Napoli, find gangsters and sniff their gear.
Yeah.
So
Well, you
like,
don't know.
Yeah, you might do. I've seen him with that
looks like the
cigar
type
and
now.
smoking a
Yeah.
fag.
So let's go through the final positions from Europe that are available. We've got some fixtures here that we can see, which is Bosnia and Herzegovina against Italy. Italy will get through there, I think.
Is that
But then 100%.
Who used
Italy,
to play? Dzeko's old team.
Correct.
He used to play for them. Did he? He's not knocking
I
about
don't know.
anymore. Is he?
Still
Can't be playing for them.
He's still playing.
Yeah,
Not for international then.
I think so.
But having said that, I think Italy get through there. They're due a tournament. The last one they qualified for, they fucking won. Sweden, Poland. That's a great game.
Good game.
That is a great game. I
Do
see
you want
the
to see
updates
Matty
from
Cash playing in
Isak.
the World Cup? No.
But I keep seeing the updates from Isak, and you look at that Swedish. You look at the striker pair that they've got up there up front.
Isak, so what is he just dossing around following
He's
them then?
injured. Still injured.
Isak is Swedish.
Yeah, I know, but is he just following them about? He's obviously not there.
No, he's posting a lot, but Isak's actually back in training with Liverpool and has
Is
been
he?
for a while.
What, back on grass?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's
So-
Leone, by the way.
You lot, he's not gone to internationals?
No,
because you don't want to risk his...
His broken leg.
He broke his leg and his ankle, and he hasn't played for 5 months.
That's a bit,
he's
bit
back
different.
That's a
training.
bit different to Bukayo Saka, captain in Arsenal,
and
week
then-
in, week out, and going,
Stub his
Predict-
toe.
predict-
the hair
prediction.
has just come out of place. Yeah, I think I better go back to Highbury or wherever it is. I'm just going to relax.
He does play
Fuck
with a limp, doesn't he?
right off.
Every time he
so,
comes off.
So Sweden, Poland, predictions there. That's fucking.
I'd
is
like
it a
to see the
two-leg at each
Swedish-
ground?
I want Poland to go through because my barber's Polish.
Is it a 2-leg to go through? 2 legs to go through, one at each ground?
One-off
match in Copenhagen.
one of finals, isn't it?
Stockholm. I want Polska to go through
in...
the Strawberry Arena.
Sounds fucking fruity.
That's Tim Point, isn't it? Let's see where...
Record a leg all day, innit? So that's in the Belino Polje in Bosnia and Herzegovina. And the next one, great game. Our friends from Euro 2024.
Yeah.
Skankar, big shout out to you. Follows me on Instagram. Met you in Dortmund for the Turkey against Georgia match. Their fans were
He's a
electric.
Turkish fan.
Yeah.
Kosovo against Turkey. He's been played at the Stadium Fadil Vokri. I think Turkey win that easy.
Yeah.
And then the next one, that's a pick 'em.
That's a good game, yeah.
Czech Republic against Denmark.
I feel like for the history of the World Cup, we need Denmark there.
Do you?
I like
Denmark, yeah.
I like.
And that's
I like
the
kits.
EPET Arena.
Is that so? They're away, are they?
Denmark are away.
I don't know whether this is a neutral stadium or whether there is a home team.
I think I know I don't. I think
higher
I
in
think they might have been ranked. These things
Yeah.
might have been
Probably done on,
ranked.
like,
Yeah, and I think actually some of these didn't play in the playoffs before. Maybe I think I know that Italy played, didn't they? But did
Yeah.
Bosnia? I don't know.
Bosnia beat.
I'm sure the comments will tell us and then tell us that we
Bosnia
don't deserve a
beat Wales.
podcast because we don't know the intricacies of Eastern European qualification seeding and coefficients for a major tournament. Okay, so we've gone through little bits and bits. Basically, it's been an international episode. Are we quickly gonna bash out a memory lane after this? Have we got time to do a quick memory lane? And we'll do that. So look, guys, your support as always means everything to us. Thank you to our sponsors, Shouts GG, and also thank you to our other sponsor, Hybrid Sports, for your continued work and passion. But more importantly, if you're listening to this at work and your headphones are in and you're listening to our voice, you're thinking one or two things. James, shut the fuck up. Yeah. You're doing my head in. You're smiling now as you're driving your van. Or on the other side, you're thinking, do you know what? I really like it. I'm really happy. We've got something planned. We're going to go to Italy. We're going to go to Tuscany. And we're going to go to a football club above my head here, if you're watching on video, called San Donate Tavernelli. We are going to go there. We've been invited by the club for the last match of the season, located in Tuscany.
Big one.
It's the big one, so expect a lot of content coming up from the football club. We are San Donato fans, no doubt about that. But for this episode, that's all from me.
That's all from me.
And that's all from me.
And we'll see you again very, very soon.